Oh, sorry, I've had this on mute just because my kids are here and it's all a bit noisy. They're just out in the garden. So I am, just to answer that question, I'm doing a very small piece of a Warhammer Warhound Titan. Most of this you're never going to see, so I don't really know why I'm putting this much effort into it, but I just thought it would look cool. Nice glowy, look like there's lights on inside that part of the engine. So when it's done and it's all glued into place, if I can get this off the, hang on. Oh, I need longer nails to pick that up. So when it's done, so yeah, that's kind of how that will look when it's done. Just makes it look a bit more alive, with some lights and stuff on the inside. This is obviously will be painted as well, but it's just this little bit that I wanted to get done so I can get it all glued into place later on. I'm probably going to put some more effects on here as well. Hang on 1 minute. So yeah, this is basically what I'm working on, is all this. This is all the individual components and stuff of what will eventually glued into this frame. And I am filming this for YouTube properly, so I'm just sort of, for this little stream, I'm just concentrating on this one particular which I'm just, yeah, again, which is just this little sort of engine part that shows through the roof. Because I'm filming the whole thing for a proper video on the channel, so if you're interested in seeing how it comes out, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll get a video up hopefully relatively soon, in the next within the next couple of weeks, because ideally I want this finished and back with its owner in the next, well, less than 2 weeks now. So I'm giving myself a bit of a deadline to get it sorted out. So this needs a little bit extra. I'm going to give, where are we? It needs a bit more. Not the right one. This one. And again, this is way too much effort really for something that you're not really going to see very much of. But I like doing things like this because I'm waiting for the other bits and pieces to dry as well. So because I put a load of oil paints on them and stuff, so they're oil washes and things, so they're drying. So I can't really move on with the next steps. But this bit I can do a little bit of work on, and it's quite. I just find these sort of little details quite fun to paint, and some of this is going to show through. You'll see a few little bits of this showing through once once that sort of metal grate is on there and it's all locked into place. But just putting a little bit of extra effort in on a few pieces. And this orange looks very bright right now, but once it's very, very heavily thinned. So once it's dry, it won't look anywhere near as sort of as bright as that. But it does a nice job of sort of simulating rust and stuff from grime. And I'm enjoying this. I've always wanted one of these models, but they're not cheap. So this is the next best thing, being able to paint somebody else's. And I'm enjoying it. I like working on these sort of big projects like this big model. So again, once it's all dried and everything, I think that looks pretty cool. And again, just so you can see, fingers are strong. So eventually that section will be locked and glued into there, and then all this outside panel will be painted. It's going to be red on this side, blue on this side, and then all this trim will be done in gold. Yeah, I mean, pretty happy. And although, as I say, you're not going to see a lot of this once it's all looked this way. So if you can hear that, my neighbour's doing some drilling next door, so we've been having this all morning. So I'm obviously having a DIY day, so getting a bit of noise coming through, so apologies. But yeah, I like on these big things like this to just to add a few little extra concentrate on certain bits like that, adding some detailing and stuff, because it really does help to sort of sell the effect of everything else once it's all done. Because this is big. I mean, it's well over a foot tall, so you end up with a lot of big sort of flat panels and things. So adding some, like, you can see the sort of some colour and stuff added in there that's been filtered out with the oil washes underneath and stuff, and it just adds a little bit of visual interest. I mean, this is nowhere near finished. This is not even close to being finished at the moment. But I've been working on all the metallics and stuff today, just to kind of get that down. And everything has an oil wash as well. And it's not going to be too shiny and stuff. I want this all to be a bit sort of grimy and used looking. As I say, do apologise about any noise that's coming through if you are getting that. What's happening this time? I am working on a Warhound Titan. I've been doing a bit of work on this morning, it's the afternoon now, isn't it? But yeah, I've been doing a bit of work on this today, because again, this is another commission that I've been working on. I kind of want to get this finished before the end of the month. And so I'm just taking a bit of time just to kind of do a few bits and bobs on them, on it, and, while the kids are all occupied. My daughter's asleep, and the older ones are running around outside, so I'm just having a moment to get a bit of work done. But I'm kind of I'm sort of filming this properly as well as a proper video for the channel, so I'm not sure how much more I can show you really at the moment, because I need to wait. I need to get the airbrush out, and then this will all have to be painted in. Yeah, so I'm just basically just blocking a few little details and stuff in on the metallics while I'm waiting for a few of the other bits to dry, so I can get the start on the airbrushing sections. And yeah, I'm not, as I said, I'm not going too mad with it. I want the metals to stay quite dull like this, so I'm not sure whether there's going to be any. Sort of the client did want it kind of quite grimy and used looking, so I don't think I'm going to bother. I was kind of thinking I could dry brush some highlights and stuff onto this to make the metal a little bit more shiny, but the thing is, once all the panels are painted and everything, all this metallic bit's going to kind of be more like the background, if that makes sense. So they're not going to be, I don't want it to be too prominent and too shiny, so I don't think they necessarily need all those highlights on them. I will pick out all these little details like the cabling and things like that as well though. Yeah, hopefully it will make a bit more sense when it's all done anyway, because all these panels here, these are going to be blues and reds and nice and bright colours, lots of glowing effects on the guns and stuff, and make everything look like it's all superheated, and yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting to all those stages. Lots and lots of airbrushing on this, which I enjoy doing. It's going to be good. Try and get lots of light effects and glows and stuff on them, and yeah, make it all look fancy. Do you know what Megablox 3 is? No, I'm afraid I don't. You've lost me there. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this today, because I'm filming this for, as I said, filming this for the channel, so this is just, I don't film literally every single bit of it for the channel, because otherwise I make far too much footage, so I will save a few of these bits to be filmed properly, that will then end up going into the edit for the full thing. So this is just, I just thought I'd just jump on and have See if anyone was around. Nippy Hobbies, hello everyone. Hello, welcome. As I said, nothing too exciting happening here. I'm just working through these little bits that need doing. So this is what was kind of mainly working at the moment. Just giving you an idea of what the whole thing's going to look like when it's finished. A real mix of this sort of real grimy, dirty metal, and then I'm going to have some real bright blues and reds and things on the main arm of the thing when it's done. And lots of gold and make it look all fancy. Yes, well, this one, yeah, this one is the, what's this one? Turbo laser, I think. That's the Inferno gun. And then we've got plasma and the big bolter. And if you want to understand scale, we have, that's a Space Marine, and that's one of the guns on this thing. So, yeah, it's very big. In fact, one of its toes is taller than a Space Marine. Obviously, before one, yeah, I can't afford one either. It's not mine. Yeah, I know they're not cheap. They're not expensive. This is not. Sorry, they are expensive. It's it's a bit of a luxury, this thing. It's not mine though. I'm painting it for somebody else as a commission. So, as I said earlier, this is sort of the next best thing to actually owning one. Is just I get to paint it. One day when I can justify the money, I'll buy one. I'll have mine. I'll have one of my own. But right now, it's not something I can. Not something I could even contemplate spending that sort of money on. I mean, I think one of these with two of the guns is about 600 quid, £600, something like that. So they're not cheap. Very cool thing though, I have to say. And I will be sort of highlighting all these cables and things, and that's where the detail, that's where the effort's going to go into all these extra bits. The rest of the metals, I think I'm quite happy with as they are. There's so much of it, I don't think it necessarily needs to be all highlighted. I think it'll spoil the look. We wanted sort of all the skeletons to be quite sort of fused and grimy, so I think putting loads of real shiny metal highlights would spoil it. What do we need to do now? So yeah, that's that orange now. That's dried, so you can see that's a lot dulled down a bit. I'm not sure what else I can be doing right now, actually, to be honest, while I'm waiting. Let's think. I could start looking at some of these panels, actually, saying that. Where are we? Just concentrate on the guns for the time being. Do you know Matthew Aspinwall? No, I don't. Why would I know him? Or why should I know him? Maybe there's a reason. I'm sure there's a reason you asked that question. But no, I don't. Whoever he is, I don't know him. I'm intrigued at why I might know him. He's one of the best 48 painters in the world. Okay. I'll have to I'll have to look him up. Any just interest in Adeptus Titanicus epic scale? Was planning on getting back into the hobby. I do like. Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving that a go. I'd like to. I never really have any time to play any of these things these days. So I mean, but I sort of spend my time painting really than anything else. I wouldn't mind giving those a go. I quite fancy getting one, the little Titans and painting them. I think painting at that scale is quite fun. I did have one of the old editions of Epic that came out like in the 90s. I did have that, which I actually sold like a year or two ago because it'd been sitting in a box for years, nothing happening with it. What would do with the cracks such as faded black on the sides? Oh, what here? Yeah, that's all just sort of from the prep. All of these panels here, this is all going to be, this trim's all going to be done in gold, and the interior of these panels will be done in different colours. It's sort of going for a half or quartered scheme of reds and blues. That was a test. I was just making sure the airbrush was working. Obviously, then I've put the metals on, so it's all got messed up. I just put the blue on just to make sure that the colours were correct. So eventually, this will be tidied up, highlighted with the airbrush, blue on one side, red on the other, and then the main bulk of it will be done as well. Anyway, 1 minute, just gonna go do something.